focus for. So what I will show you right now is the idea of a tour for 2025. And the same thing I will show on Sunday, 7 p.m. New York time. So hey Leo, and if somebody could not join today, or you have friends who could not join, they can watch it on YouTube or join Sunday, 7 p.m. New York time. Sorry, same Zoom, same everything. And I will explain this again, so more and more people get to know. So first of all, I would like to you see, I'm nervous, I'm forgetting English. Introduce myself to tell you who I am. I know most of you should know me already, have been on my Zoom tours, but just in case, just a little bit. So my name is Tomek, but friends call me Tomek, and that's the easy way. It's a Polish version. My parents came to Germany when I was 6. I was born in Poland, so I speak Polish and German, and like both mother tongue. And traveling in Europe all the time. Then, so I raised in Germany. I've raised in the middle of Germany. Then I was a NEET grader in Munich, then close to Luxembourg, and then to Berlin in 2005. And I always wanted to live in Berlin because I love history. When I was 14, 15, I had the huge privilege to work a little bit with the Stand Firm exhibition. That was the exhibition talking about Jehovah's Witnesses in the Nazi time, and get to know some survivors. Jehovah's Witnesses have been in concentration camps, so that's had a huge impact on my life. That was when I started to read a lot about history, all kind of history, but focusing on the Nazi time, and then learning. And when I came to Berlin, I could start sightseeing tours as a hobby. So as a hobby, I started 2007, something like that. And then 2018, it became more professional. 2019 was the international. So I was asked by the branch to prepare a history tour for the delegates from the States and everywhere who came to Germany 2019. So I had a team, and I was part of a team. I don't have there was no boss, so I was part of a team, and we created. So the basis was my tour, and then we created a shorter one for the delegates who came in 2019, and we trained other guides. And 2019 was amazing, the international. Then came the pandemic, so I started to do these tours on Zoom, which was very good for me, to be honest, because unfortunately we had to sit everybody at home. But you watched a lot of my Zoom tours. I had meetings with 1,000 connections. That was really crazy. And thanks to this, I got to know people, get to know me, right? So then the pandemic finished, and I thought, okay, let's keep doing Zoom. But I realized, okay, nobody wants to watch Zoom anymore, which I understand. Me neither. But still, it works somehow. So I started to do more in-person tours. And I tried this last year, but my mistake was I didn't make enough advertisement. So I canceled it for last year. But last year, a company from the States with Jehovah's Witnesses asked me to be a tour guide for their group, 40 people, for 4 days in Berlin. And then they traveled more to Poland. And this also showed me, yes, I can do this. I do in-person tours every month for 15 people. Now Sunday, I will have a whole congregation at Sachsenhausen camp. I do tours just for one person. Last Friday, I had with Irvin, just one person. So I have this experience and knowledge of giving a tour for one person and giving a tour for 40 people. So that's it. So maybe that's a very short one. And what I want to show you right now is the possibility to invite you to come to. Yes, I'm originally from Poland. I was born in Poland, but I was 6. I'm answering to messages in the chat. I was 6 when I came to Germany, or when parents came to Germany. But born in Poland. So what I want is that you will come to Germany next year. I created a tour between 7 and 10 days. So I don't have the dates yet. That's why I'm meeting here right now. And I want you now to show, if you say, yes, I want to be in Germany, I want you, my tour guide, the whole thing, prepare the tour, the hotel, the transport, everything. I just have to buy a plane ticket, but even that, I can help you. But they say, okay, Tomek, you're my tour agency right now for 2025 for Germany. Please, let's organize a tour for a different amount of people. So that's the idea. That's the meeting. Okay. So what we will see. Let's start with this. What do we will see? So this is Germany, and the tour that I prepared for next year is in the northern part of Germany. Here is Berlin, where the red dot is. This is Berlin. So you see, we will do a round trip and we will be in the northern part of Germany. I also want to start in Berlin and finish in Berlin, because I know that airplane tickets, flight tickets from the States or wherever are cheaper, mostly. There are exceptions, but mostly are cheaper when you have the same arrival and the same when you leave, right? It's much cheaper. That's why. So this is just to show you the whole where it is, and this is the bigger map. And I would explain to you what we will see in all these places. So, big cities, small villages, forests, sea and lakes, and of course the history of Jehovah's Witnesses. That prices are, well, not really, not for 100%. This just was thinking about. So I want to do 3 different tours. A budget tour that we will use with trains. So if you talk about trains, it's like that. That will be the cheapest tour. I will try to make it as cheap as possible. The cheapest the cheapest hotels, the cheapest trains, the cheapest connections. So it's possible for everybody who say, okay, I would love to come to Germany, but yeah, these tours are always so expensive. Then we will do this. The so-called luxury tour is when I will have a car. I will rent a car, and I have this here. I will rent a car like that. Here we go. Where I put the car. That's my map again to show later. Here. Something like that, right?
A minivan.
Oh, wait. Here we go. A car like that. So this is where maximum 9 people fit in that car, a maximum. So it will be me and 7 of you. So there will run spare room. So 7 of you, and here, this is how it looks from the inside. Won't be maybe this one, maybe another one, but it's enough spare room also in the back for your baggages. So this is a very, very personal tour. This is a tour where, so, if only 7 people are there, you can ask me a million questions. I'm always there, right? I will always be there, but you know what I mean. It's a different tour if you have 40 people or if just 7 people. So that's a very, very, very personal tour, and focusing. We can do whatever we want with the car, so we can change even some places if we want. And with that tour, we will also see 2 places more than with the other tours, because with the other tours, it's not available with the train or the big bus. But with that one, we will, for example, visit some brothers. But yeah, I will tell you this later. And then, of course, the other tour is like the normal, typical 40 people tour with a bus like that. But that depends I'm not sure if I will get 40 people, to be honest. If it will be less, then we can get a smaller bus, something like that. So this would be the transport. This would be the transport. So what we will see, of course, I will show you Berlin. So day 1, You arrive in Berlin, I pick you up, rest, okay, and then the next day we will walk through Berlin. I will show you the most important things that you have to see when you're in Berlin, right? Brandenburg Gate, TV Tower, all the typical sightseeing stuff that when you come back home, you can tell the people, yeah, I've seen this, I've seen that, I've seen that. But you will also see stuff that people don't normally see, right? People normally don't really visit that place. It's in the center. It's in the center of Berlin. But what's interesting is that building on the left, there's God's name. So I will show you 2-3 times God's name in Berlin. People normally don't visit that place. Looks pretty boring, but it's a very, very important history of Jehovah's Witnesses. My favorite history of Jehovah's Witnesses. Yes, Diana.
A sister just called me here. She's not able to be let in. It says waiting in the waiting room.
Oh no, the waiting room is closed. I closed it so that everybody can join.
Oh,
But
okay.
this means that everybody can join. There are no restrictions. So maybe she wrote the wrong data.
Well, we double checked the ID and the password is okay. It just says the waiting room. She's being waiting to get in the waiting room.
So please ask her to try again.
Okay, and I also told her about Sunday, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mute myself. Okay?
No problem, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, again, and also everybody, if you have questions in between, feel free to raise your hand, or you can also write down your question, then ask later. But it's that's not a real tool. It's just let's talk and discuss what will be. So I hope that sister can get inside. I hope this will work. But maybe she can go on YouTube and watch it on YouTube. Would be also a possibility. So yeah, it should be open to everybody. So yeah, so normally people don't visit that place. That's the Goldfish Pond, but that's my favorite spot. Leo know exactly why. What else we will see in Berlin? We will go to that place, for example, where we will hear the history of the book burning and see my actual favorite memorial place in Berlin. Yeah, and more stuff. What else? I prepared, for example, here we go. I had this here prepared. We also, it depends when we will do this tour. There are two specific museums that would like to take you with me. The Pergamon's unfortunately closed, but the new museum, I finished a tour inside the museum, and we did this last Sunday, the test walking, and focusing on Egypt, everything what's on the Bible in that museum. The other museum is the Old Museum. It's a Greek and Roman history, and also I prepared everything that fits with the Bible, so we can go to the museum, visit that. Depending when we do the tour, we have great, fantastic philharmonic where we can listen to. Where's the other picture? Here we go. To an orchestra. We have also other orchestras, and the cool thing is in Berlin that, of course, you have concerts for 250 euros. But Berlin is famous that they are very cool, cheap tickets, and still the same orchestra. So not cheap concerts, but cheap tickets. So this would be, for example, what we would do in Berlin, right? Then we will go, after we visited Berlin and everything. No, how could I forget one thing? So please don't think that we only talk about right, Nazi time and stuff like that. No, 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 no. I want you also to, of course, enjoy the time. So we also can do this. A beer and food tour. So I have selected pubs, small pubs, where you can try different beer. And yes, we have a JW beer. It's not made by Jehovah's Witnesses, no, but their logo have the JW. So we will walk through the city in the afternoon. We will go from one place to another place. I will explain what kind of beer is that, what's the difference of the taste, the history of the pub, the history of this area, and have fun in that way. So also, you see, it's not only, don't worry, we're not 9 days only Nazi time. No, 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 no. It's a combined thing. One day focusing, understanding, learning. Next day having fun, joy, enjoy the city. One day this, one day that. So it's a mix of it. So that's Berlin. Okay, I got Berlin. Then we will also visit, of course, the concentration camp of Sachsenhausen. And that's very, very important because that's the concentration camp where the most Jehovah's Witnesses have been imprisoned. We will go inside a barrack. I will show you how the life looked like from the inside. We will visit and remember one Jehovah's Witness. His name is August Dickmann. We will talk about a Jehovah's Witness who had his Bible and what he did with the Bible inside the camp. So I will not talk about all the horror stuff. You know what I will talk? So if you haven't seen my Sachsenhausen tour yet, I will show you that in Sachsenhausen, in the concentration camp, in the worst place you can imagine, Jehovah's Witnesses had a preaching territory, even a foreign language preaching territory. They had a kingdom hall, they had a branch, and they baptized people. So that's the focus of the tour, right? To understand we are unstoppable. As a group, yes, individual died, but as a group, the Nazis could not deal with Jehovah's Witnesses. And that's the goal, what I want to show you. So then Sachsenhausen. Then we will also visit, after we got Sachsenhausen, Ravensbrück. Ravensbrück is the female concentration camp. And there was a time that in Ravensbrück, more than 50% of the prisoners were Jehovah's Witnesses. Just think about that. So we will go there inside. I will tell you that story about these female Jehovah's Witnesses. And Gertrud Pötzinger, Martin's wife, right? She was there. So you will hear these stories. Then also on the same way, I will show the map a little bit more in a second. On the same way, we will also follow the footstep of the Death March. What's the Death March? Just before the war was over, oh yes, Christina, please. Christina?
Okay, I was just having a question about your female prisoners. You said
Yes,
something
please.
about maybe making a tour on that. I would be interested in that.
You're talking now about the Zoom tour or about the
A Zoom tour.
yeah, that may be in a few months.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
thank
finished
you.
yet. Yeah, but when everybody who will come to Berlin, to Germany in 2025, I will take you to Ravensbrück and I will show you Ravensbrück. Yeah, definitely. But as a video Zoom tour, it's not finished. Takes time. Yeah, but definitely there will be a Zoom tour about Ravensbrück for 100%. I have the topics, the information. I have prepared everything. So Death March. What's the Death March? Let's go back maybe on the map. So when almost before the war was over, the concentration camp in Sachsenhausen got evacuated and they forced the prisoners to walk here to the Baltic Sea to kill them, right? So, can I, right, to here, from here, they have to march all this way here. And they got liberated at that place. 30,000 have to march, 10,000 died. Among the 13,000 were 30 Jehovah's Witnesses, 230 Jehovah's Witnesses. Everybody survived. Nobody died. So especially, we will go here. That's an amazing place. I've been so many times, and the museum, we became good friends. So this is a forest where the Jehovah's Witnesses have been, and you can see places, things that are still there. We will talk about the story, how they helped each other, how they survived. And my wife and I, we cycled the whole way. I also walked the whole way. So I will not do this with you. We will walk a little bit. So that, for example, the train tour, they will walk a lot. But the buses tour, nope. Especially the small bus tour, we don't have to walk nothing, just in case if they're say, okay, I can't walk, and there'll be 7 people who can't walk. That's also possible. So that about an incredible story, and a really incredible story. I think everybody who watched my Zoom tours can say that's true. Then we will go more north. Then we will going north, and when we are in the north, I will show you the Baltic Sea. So from a big city through the land to the sea. So you see, wow, Germany is pretty different, right? And see the beach of Germany. Yes, we have beaches. It's not warm like in Florida or in whatever. It's more Canada beach, something like that. So we will go there. Then we will go to Hamburg, second biggest or third biggest city in Germany, with a huge port, very interesting. And they also have a Philharmonic, a pretty new one. Maybe we can go also to a concert there. Then from there, we will go south, and then I want to show you complete different highlands, small mountains. My parents live there in Goslar. It's said it's the beautiful city in Germany. That's what the people say. And my parents live there. So we will go also there, and you will see complete different things in Germany. So that's my goal. That's my goal to show you so many different things in Germany in a short time, that you can understand how Germans are, how the country looks like, who the people are. We will try different kind of food, of course. I want to show you this. Here we go. We'll try different kind of food, different kind of cultural stuff that is existing here. All this will be at that tour. So I got also now a question: how long will the private tour be? So depends. It's open. So when I will get 10 people or 7 people for the luxury tour, say this, 7 people, or 10 people for the train tour, 15 people for the train tour, or 20, 25, or 40 people for the bus tour, then we can also discuss. Okay, with the 40 I will not discuss, but with the 7 we can really make it very, very individual, very individual. But just to give you an idea how long it could take, so here we have Berlin. So Berlin is like the beginning, and we need definitely 1 day for sightseeing, right? Just normal one. We need 1 day for history. So, or basically, that's wrong. I should write it differently to make it easier for you. We need 1 day. That's easier. We will 1 day, because sightseeing and history will be combined. We will 1 day to learn to understand the Nazi time, and 1 day to understand the communist time. So that's easier. And in between, we do this beer tour, right? And the museum tour. And so let's do this tour. So we can also stay at 1 day longer if we want, right? So we can also stay 1 day longer, but that's definitely 2 days are for sure. We need this. So then we need day 3. It's concentration camp. We need a whole day for that. Absolutely. That's not possible to make it shorter. Day 4, will be the concentration camp in Ravensbrück. We need a whole day. We will stay there also overnight. So day 5. So this here This is only, let me write this. Only 7 people tour. What is that place? There was a barn where Jehovah's Witnesses stayed on the death march. And the barn don't exist, but the place where it have been still exists, and they're living Jehovah's Witnesses, and they became friends. And they said, next time if I come with a small group, they are very happy to invite us to stay there for 1-2 hours, talk with them. They will show pictures of the barn. We will get coffee and stuff like that. So that's, of course, it's not possible with 40 people, right? It's impossible 40 people to put in a small house. But if you do the 7 people tour, this luxury bus tour, then we will make the stop. So this is only for the 7 people tour because of no other chance. Then we need 1 day, day 5, for the death march inside the forest. An incredible story. So these are 5 days. Hamburg and Baltic Sea, we can do in 1 day, or if you want less stress and travel a little bit more, 2 days. And then we travel south. And then we travel south. So here is like day 8, let's say, the mountains where my parents live. And then day 9, back in Berlin. That's the idea. That's the idea. Can we do it longer? Yes. No problem. Can we do it shorter? Yes. But not shorter than 7 days. So minimum 7 days. And I would say maximum 11 days. But shorter than 7 days, only possible for the 7. Yeah, for the 7th. Let's say, okay, I don't want to go to the mountains. Let's skip this and go back to Berlin, right? So you see, what I want to do is an individual tour for everybody. I don't want to create, I create the tour, I decide everything, and you just have to follow. No, I want that you can make this tour. This is your tour. You can have a part in the organizing. I would do the bus thing, the tickets thing, the train thing, the hotel thing, the food thing, all of that. So you don't have to think about anything, but you still have in the planning time, say, I want to see that. Tomek, please, I want to see that. Can we put this there? Frank.
Yeah, as I'm considering how many shekels I have, it looks like it'll be the train tour. Does the map change a little bit if we do the train tour? And are you able to do it like freehand, just in yellow or some other color? Just roughly.
Here we go. So the
the
train tour is, so Berlin stays, right? Berlin, here we go. Berlin stays. This is Berlin here. Sachsenhausen, also no problem with the train. Ravensburg, no problem with the train. Death March, also no problem, but here around 10 to 15 kilometers walking. So this is like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours walking. Okay, because we go into the forest. So 1 way and 1 way back. And then I would skip one of the things. In the train tour, I would skip this or that. We can discuss that. Basically, I would rather skip Schwerin and go with the train to Lübeck, Hamburg, and Goslar we can decide, because from Hamburg to Berlin, there's a straight train. To Goslar, to the mountains, there are also enough trains, no problem. They just take a little bit longer. But that's possible. That's possible. So the only thing is, not Neuruppin, right? Not Schwerin, and we have to walk in the death march a little bit more. That's the difference. Does it make sense, Frank? Frank?
Yeah, that's very clear. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if there are questions, please ask questions. Please ask questions as many as possible. So that would be like the train tour. Okay, so let's talk about Jacqueline.
Hi. So when were you thinking about in 2025? The summer?
Yes. So that was my next thing. That the date,
Okay.
right? The date. So definitely, I want avoid the memorial time, of course, right? So because the memorial is a campaign and the memorial we have to be at home. So definitely I want to avoid that. And my convention. So I want to be on my convention for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you that. Please wait, I have to show you. I need to do some advertisement a little bit. So that's the city where my parents live. Goslar. It's a very, very, very beautiful city where what I forgot to show you that, yeah. I like these houses stuff. This is how Hamburg looks like. So also old houses. Sorry, that's Lübeck, not Hamburg. That's Lübeck. That's the Baltic Sea with a very, very famous gate. So that's the Baltic Sea. And here you have pictures from Hamburg with the Philharmony and also the port stuff and everything. So yeah, just to show you that. Okay, date. So no memorial time, and my convention is in June. No, first week of July, 4th of July, July 4th. So that's also not possible. I know that you have free day because there's a holiday in America, but yeah, I have. So after or before, that's possible, but first weekend of July, I'm not available. Everything else, I'm open. There is one specific date that I would recommend to come. June 24. June 24. Why? I showed you the picture of this goldfish pond, which looks boring, but amazing story. How Jehovah's Witnesses smuggled stuff in here. It's really cool. I'm making a movie right now about that. And exactly at that place, there will be a 4-meter high statue as a memorial for Jehovah's Witnesses. And it should already be existing from this year, but because of other problems that are not responsible Jehovah's Witnesses for, but other people, it was canceled. And the next date where the goal is to erect this memorial is the 24th of June next year. So I would recommend to plan that on the 24th of June, we will be in Berlin. Or let's say other way, I will be in Berlin. I will not leave Berlin on the 24th of June. I have to be there. I want to see that. This is, can you imagine a 4-meter high statue remembering Jehovah's Witnesses? This is amazing. So I will be there. So I would recommend, hey, let's plan maybe this time. But it can be that again something will happen. You know, it's a political thing and whatever, and then they cancel it, and then they say next year, because this memorial should already exist since 4 years. So I can't promise you that next year, 24th of June, it really will exist. But yeah, that's an idea. So June, right? So for example, it could be that you arrive on Sunday, the 22nd of June, and leave Monday, Tuesday, 1st of July. That could be an idea, for example. And everything else, I'm open. Another thing that could be interesting, another date is, so here I have my CO visit, yes, is around, wait, let me check, where's the, so 12th of April is the memorial. After that, so when is this here Easter stuff, because exactly when it's Easter, that's the moment when the Death March started. And it's 80 years after the Death March. So we could maybe also make it that there will be a memorial at that museum, not Jehovah's Witnesses focused, just about everything. So we can be there on the 80th anniversary of the Death March and remember Jehovah's Witnesses who survived. And if we do this, I will call the museum and say, hey guys, I come with 7, 15, 40 Jehovah's Witnesses all around the world to your memorial. Could you prepare something about Jehovah's Witnesses? Or can we have a speaker about Jehovah's Witnesses, right? So this would be around the 20th of April. So between 20th of April and 1st of May, that time. That time. There's only one bad thing about that exact time. It's because of Easter, so it's holiday time in Germany, and holiday time in Germany means that hotels are always more expensive, right? So, but yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than other days. So this would be 2 dates, but I'm really open to. Is fall a good time to visit? So right now, November, I would say no. So next year, November, no. It's rainy, it's cold, it's bad weather, it's not nice. But we had the last years, the last, I would say 5 years or even more, always until end of September, very sunny and very hot for me, right? Not for California or Texas people, but until end of September, it's still very, and October was also very nice, the golden October. Yes, but November, I don't recommend. It's not nice. And December, Christmas time is crazy. It's million of tourists. It's expensive. Yeah, not my
I can't seem, I'm using a new computer and I can't seem to find to raise my hand. This is Carrie
No
King.
problem. Hi, Carrie.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, you're recommending June 24th or maybe from April 20th to May 1st. What is the weather like during that time, particularly in June? Here,
June is
June
hot.
is like, yeah, it's like 95, 100 last year, extremely high humidity. Is it like that there also?
So first of all, I have to check what's the difference between, because we use the normal one, the Celsius, right? So I have to check how
Yes.
much is 95. 95 Fahrenheit is, no, it's not like that. No. So 95, 100 we have in August.
Okay. So you're talking like 80s maybe in June or mid to high 80s,
Yeah,
low 90s?
80s, something like that. Yeah.
How about your humidity? Here it's been off for the last like 7,
Oh,
8 years in the United States. It's horrible.
no,
You're
no,
sweating just from standing outside.
no, no.
Oh, good. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Let me show you. So let me show you how was in June. In June, normally, so in Berlin, June, we talk about 5 days of rain. So, and 25 days no rain. We have 10 hours of daylight and June can be a little bit colder. I'm talking here about Celsius to Fahrenheit. I'm talking here, when I'm talking about colder, I'm talking about 60 Fahrenheit can happen, but also, yeah, 75 Fahrenheit. So between 60 and 17 Fahrenheit is June, something like that. June is pretty nice. May, June is pretty nice. August is hot. September, October is also nice. Ernestine, please.
So again, for the June date, when would be the best time to come in or fly into Germany in order to?
With this memorial?
Yes.
So my idea would be, let me check again. You arrive on the 22nd.
Okay.
And leave something like 1st or 2nd July.
Okay.
You can also arrive earlier, right? But not too, not early, because we want to see this memorial. Okay. Right. We can also do it complete different, because the last day of our tour, we will go back to Berlin, right? We can also do that. You leave Berlin on the 25th of June and come to Berlin on 16th of June, right? So you arrive on 15th of June, you arrive 15th of June, we do the whole tour, and like the highlight is we come back to Berlin, and our last day is the inauguration of the Memorial for Jehovah's Witnesses. That's also possible.
Okay. So
we have
from the 15th to the 24th.
For example. Yeah, but don't leave 24th. You have to leave 25th.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So something like that. 15th to 25th, that's an idea in June, or 22nd to 2nd July. That is good. We talk about that. You see? Okay. I also write it down. So one idea is 15th June to 25th of June. The other idea is 22nd of June to the 2nd of July. So that's one idea. And then we talk about April. And to get the memorial, okay, I have to check when they have the memorial. I have to check out when exactly. So if you want to join the memorial of the Death March, the 80th anniversary, then you should arrive also something after the memorial. So something between 15th of April, 15th of April until 5th or 6th of May. So of course, I would check first, because the Death March was from the 20th of April to the 3rd of May. So I would check when exactly will be the memorial. Will be in the beginning, will be the end. So that will be fit. So something between 15th of April and 6th of May. Should I write it down?
That sounds good.
Yes,
June
please.
is good for me.
I do favor that date.
Sorry again?
Yes, I also favor that date for the weather, and I wouldn't mind spending several hours walking 15 kilometers, realizing that our brothers had walked that way.
So I walked the whole thing. But why I'm saying this, so I had situation that people said, yes, I have no problem of walking, and then they were using the camel in a wheelchair. So okay,
Oh, no.
and even say, yeah, but somebody can push me or something. So the train tour, right? This walking tour, we don't walk on stable ground. We walk through the forest. So it's impossible. a wheelchair. It's impossible an ad that you have to walk. It's really impossible. No chance. No chance. For the train tour. For the train tour. For the luxury tour, 7 persons, yeah, that's okay, right? That's possible because we have the bus and I'm driving and I can take you everywhere. And so no, I did this already once. So the friends who wants to walk say, okay, here, get out. That's the way. Enjoy. Then I drove with the bus. The other ones who couldn't walk say, okay, you stand here, wait for us. And then I walked back, and in the middle I met the friends, and then we enjoyed the time and talked, and then we walked together. So that's also possible. So if you say, okay, I would love to join, but I'm not good in walking, then the 7 people tour, the most expensive tour, is the only one. Because why it's expensive? Because this bus is pretty expensive, right? To rent, and the gas and everything, it's just more costs. Frank.
I notice your logo has a bicycle. Are you the bear in the front that will pull me
Yes,
if I get tired?
that's me, and the other one is my wife. That's the idea of the logo. So wait, so you have, come on. So you have the bear, right? So I'm the big one, she's the small one, and this is the road that we take while traveling Europe. That's the idea. A very good friend made this for us. Very good friend made this for us, yeah. Let me also, before, yes, Ernestine, please.
Yes, so when will the actual date be available
Yeah,
for
we
the
have.
tour?
So let's talk about that. Let me ask you. I will write the dates right now again here. Give me a second. So I did not fix any dates yet because I want this to do with you. So we have the possibility of, here we go, something between 15th of April to 6th of May. But here, wait for me, I have to clarify when is the Death March Memorial. I can call them tomorrow and ask them if they already have any plans. Oh, and then I can say exactly, will it be, for example, will it be, let's check my calendar. Will it be, for example, 1, 2, 3, yeah, it will be, for example, 15th of April to 25th of April, right? That could be a possibility. Or, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Or for example, 25th of April to 6th of May. One of these it will be. But this is what I have first to clarify. So that's one possibility. And the other one is, depends if you say, hey, I have a group. So the other one is 15th of June to 25th of June. And so that's fixed. I can fix this. I can already say, let me check again. Let me double check just in case. 15th, what's their Father Day meeting? Yeah, there's no holiday. That's pretty cool. So that's really cool, because then in June are not a lot of holidays in Germany, which means there are not a lot of travelers, which means the hotel tickets are prices
Cost.
smaller. So that will definitely work. Or the other one would 6 to, so I'm trying to first to 2nd of July, because on the 4th of July I have my convention. So I'm not available on the 4th anymore. But yeah, so these are 2 dates that I can now say, yes, I'm available, I'm fixed. If I get for the train 15 people, let's talk about this. Yeah, train, it would be great. 15 people. The luxury tour, let's call it luxury tour. It's not luxury, but yeah, know what I'm talking about. 7 people.
Mhm.
And the bus tour, if I remember, so best would be 40, but I think at least I need something like, let's say 30 to 45 people. This is, and train max, 50 would be best, max 25. I don't like the train tour with more than 25 people because then it's getting very confusing, very stressful.
Mhm.
You're losing people and stuff like that. So 15 would be cool. It's, of course, I make less money on 15, but for me it's more important to have fun and to enjoy and to be available for everybody than to make more money.
Mhm.
Now 15, yeah, you know what? Let's delete this 25. So yeah.
Okay.
So these are the dates. So again, this would be April, end of April. That's one possibility, or 2 dates in June. 2 days in June. And of course, if there is somebody who say, "Hey, I want to come in July, I want to come in August, I want to come in September, I want to come in January," don't come in January. It's awful weather.
Mm.
But if you say, "I love awful weather," okay, welcome. Let's do a tour in January.
So Thomas,
Yes.
on this, okay, those of us who are right now on Zoom, if we decided as a group, or would it be individuals that we know that would like to be as a group on the tour? Can we do that, or how is that working?
So my idea would be that. So I have the same meeting what we do now on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my idea would be that if you're interested in any of the, or just interested, write me a WhatsApp message. Here's my WhatsApp
Okay.
Number, or it's my number for everything. Write me a WhatsApp message and say, "Tomek, I want to do this, as I call it, Germany in a nutshell tour. So I want to do this tour. I'm interested." Okay. Then I have already a WhatsApp group. There are most of them who are watching here are in this WhatsApp group already. We put this in the WhatsApp group. And then I would say, okay, these are the dates. Or you can even write me, "I want this date or that date." And then I will see how many friends want to come in April, how many friends want to come in June, and how many friends want to come a complete different date. And then I will tell everybody, okay, I got 5 for June, I got 100 for April, whatever, right? And then I can give you as fast. So I want to make it fix, if it's possible, at least on the end of November. So you have enough time, because I think the earlier you buy plane tickets, the cheaper it is.
Yeah, I
Right?
think that's right.
Yeah. So my goal is December 1st, it's fixed. We have the date. I have enough people. Even on December 1st, let's say, right, for the luxury tour, I got 5 people already. The chance is very high that I will get 2 more in the next months, right? Or I have 10 people for the train tour. Then I will say, okay, I will do my math also, how much people I need, that all the costs will be spent, and I earn also some money. And I say, okay, we at least need so and so. And say, okay, I do for sure that tour. If some more join, great. If not, we still doing that tour. So I can give you December 1st a fix. Yes, we do. So write me a WhatsApp message.
Okay, thank you so much. So that's +49 176 4189 1914.
Yes, the year of the Lord.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Did you mention the cost? I read in the chat. Did you mention the cost of each different kind of tour, and also could you offer something in October also just spring dates for the luxury tour. So I did not mention the cost. I will do it right now. But first about October or the spring dates just for the luxury tour. Yes, of course. So just let me know. Just October. Let's check October. Is there anything? So I would like to avoid the first week of October because the 3rd of October is in Germany like the 4th of July in America, right? So in Berlin, and Berlin's the capital, so there are a lot of tourists. It's a Friday, it's a long weekend, million of tourists, million of people. I would love to avoid that. If you say that's the only chance, okay, we can still do this, but I would not recommend. So I would recommend something like coming Sunday, 5th of October, when everybody's leaving, then you come. And let me check if I have anything in October already. A convention. No, in Japan. Yeah, my 26th of October. So if you stay until the 26th of October, we will celebrate together my and my wife's anniversary. It will be the 18th. So yeah, October, no problem, no problem. And spring, yeah, everything except 22nd of April. I have my elder school. Then I have the CO visit. So April, February, forget February, no chance February. And there's the assembly, 16th of March. Yeah, the second week, the last weeks of March we could also do. Yes, that could be the only possible if you want to come earlier, like from the 15th of March to, okay, how far no,
The campaign is usually what, 2 to 3 weeks in
yeah,
advance?
it's 3 weeks, right? Is this 2 or
Yeah.
3? It's 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, forget it. So it's 22nd of March. Yeah, we could do something like 16th of March, and you will leave 24th of March. So you lose 2 days of the campaign. That's the only chance if you want to come in March, if you definitely want to come in March. So the only chance is 17th, not 16th, because 16th I have the assembly. 17th to 26th, something like that. That's the only chance in March, or an earlier no chance. So that's the earliest date I'm available. Because after that is the campaign, then is the memorial, and then we have the dates in April. So that's the earliest date if somebody wants to come as early as possible. That's the earliest date, but I would not really recommend that because it's between my assembly and the campaign. It's to be honest, yeah. Okay, and then you asked about money. Yes, so I started to do my math, of course. I checked how much cost the trains. I checked how much cost a bus, how much cost a big bus to rent. I checked all the hotels that I would love in different cities to use. So the cities also depends, right? Different prices. And I showed you, so the prices that I showed very shortly, it will be something like that, but I will try to make it cheaper. The more will come. The more will come, the cheaper it will be possible. So here we go. So this is like a first, so you can have an idea. 1,500, 4,000, and 3,000. But
can I ask you a question? Is
yes,
that
please.
like, I don't know what that means. Is that American dollars?
Oh yes. Okay, I'm already thinking in euros. So let's do that. So, for example, 1,500 euros, it's $1,600. So it's not a huge difference.
Great, thank you.
But good you say that. But as I said, it's not final yet. It's not final yet. Wait, I think it's better if I do this like this, then you can see it better. Okay. So that's like the maximum. This is the maximum of the prices. It will be not more than that, definitely. That's the maximum. But I already found some possibilities of hotels that I can get a little bit cheaper. So this would be like for the train tour, maximum price, maximum. For the 40 people tour, maximum price is 3,200, something like that. And let me write it down also on my other one. So train, it's $1,600. Oh, sorry. And bus is $3,200. And the maximum of the luxury, but I think that's also, I found today, I got a good offer. I got an answer of a good offer for a cheaper bus, which was pretty surprising. Cheaper, yeah. So, yeah, that would be this. Let me show you this again. I see one more chance. Ah, yes, not including airfare, right? Not including airfares, but. So can you tell me, do you know how expensive are the flights from, if you buy an airplane ticket from America to Germany?
Probably somewhere around $2,500.
What? From New York to
Round trip. You're talking round trip? Of
yeah, New
course.
York, Berlin, New York.
And you know, like you said earlier, it depends on when you book it. It depends if you fly coach. It depends if you fly first class. But I
Yeah.
think coach being the cheapest, I can Google it real quick if you like.
Try 900 round trip.
Awesome.
1,800 round trip.
Okay, and I got also Lisa wrote 1,200. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting, because in Germany, so I have to check out how we can do this. In Germany, I have flights round trip for 300-400 euros.
Not here.
Of course, if you have two huge baggages, then it's more expensive, right? And as you said, first class, business class, whatever. But so I just tell you this. That's why. So don't focus on the prices yet. I'm a master in making things cheap. I had a round trip from Germany to New York and back. It's already 10 years ago for 40 euros, 40, for $50. It was a mistake on the website and so on. But yeah, I'm a master in finding these things. So I will try to help you to find the cheapest possibility of a flight to get here.
Okay. And I'm sorry, but when you put the last prices up, it looked like for the 7-day trip, you had $42,000. Can you put that up again?
So it's not 7 day. It's about the people. So the price, the days are all the same, right? It's always, of course, if we say we make a choice. So these are the prices for 9 days or for 9 nights. Here we go. So this is for 9
Which
days.
one is the 7-day trip, the 7-person trip?
This is the 7-person.
Thank you.
The dates are the same. The how long it takes. So maybe this is easier. Again, write it down. like 40 people, 7 people, 15 people. And it's
And what's,
always 9
what's
days.
the difference between the bus and the train in terms of not the sightseeing, but how you're going to be getting around? Are we going from one train to the next train or something?
Yes. So we walk a lot. You have to carry all the time with you. So train ticket, I should call it a little bit different. I should call it budget tour. In this tour, is it right? Or no, DG, right? In that tour, I will book the cheapest hotels, right? As cheap as possible. Some will be without breakfast. So this is the idea, to make it as cheap as possible. That's the idea. The budget tour.
Me again, I just want to say one thing. In America, when we get those, this is just America. When you get those kind of hotels, they usually have like bed bugs and roaches.
Yeah.
They're not clean. Is it like that in
Oh,
German
no.
also?
So of course, I will not go so cheap that you will be disgusted or something like that. And it's also, so the very, very, very cheapest hotels, it's a hostel. So it's like a 10 bedroom, not something like that. No. Sorry. So I will not, let's do this. The cheapest hotel I would sleep, or my wife.
Okay.
Right? It's not the cheapest hotel that I slept when I was 15 years old. Right? Not so cheap. No. So for example, I just checking the prices. So what do we set? Okay, so the cheapest flights, let's say here from March, here this one, from 17th to 26th, 17th to 26th, from New York to Berlin round trip. I'm talking New York, right? From New York to Berlin. $500, 500 euros. Between 500 and 700 euros in March.
That's correct.
Okay, you have the same. Good. Okay, cool. And in April, we talked about where the April dates here, 15. That makes a little bit more expensive, 15 to 25th. So between 15th and 25th, I will write down here, okay? Let's make it red. Flight $500 to $700. And then we have here April. I have, so right now today, which can change, right? It's always change daily. So 15th, I have 550 to, oh, that's, to 600. So it's all are the same. And if we talk about the 25th of April, 25th of April to the 6th of June, something like that. So that's just to help you how much cheaper we can get. 25th of April, I got flights. So it's not first class, right? Please don't misunderstand that. Also $550 to $700. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes it makes a huge difference if you come one day earlier. And let's check June. June. 15th to 25th. How expensive are the flights here? Yeah, they're a little bit more expensive. That's $750 to $900. And then we said about the 22nd to the 2nd of July. So I can help you also with that, definitely. That to book this, to find it cheaper. Maybe you have also some friends in the States who find cheaper. Just search for the possibilities. So the 22nd to 22nd June to 2nd July, for example, it's similar. Yeah, 750 to 850, 900, something like that. So these are the flights that I found right now and very fast searching, but there are more possibilities. So what I can do, for example, when we will make a fixed date on the 1st of October or 1st of December, I will always, I'm searching basically every day when some special things, whatever. The funny thing is, let me check, if you fly other way, Berlin, New York, Berlin, so for the same dates, let me just check for the last day, for example, 22nd of June. Yeah, it's crazy. If you fly from Berlin to New York back and forth, a round trip, then it's half price, $400 to $450. So from Berlin to New York and back, it's the half price. Then from New York, it's crazy.
Always get robbed.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, Brother Tomas, just for clarification, if you don't have a group, can you join a group? So, like, if there's two of you, my husband and I, can we join a group?
So that's the idea. The idea is that the more, so now you have the time to think and to the cost and whatever, and then you can write me and say, hey, Tomek, we are just two, and we would love to go on that and that trip, that and that date, right?
Okay, great.
And you write, you got 2, Jacqueline writes, and Frank got 5, and this is how the group will be created.
Wonderful.
So you don't have to create a group of 40 people. No.
Okay, I just want to
write me.
clarify that.
Just write, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for saying this. Just write me, Tomek. We are 2 people. We want to join the train, the luxury, the bus tour on that and that date. And that I will collect them and say, okay, I got enough people. We will do it.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify that.
Very good. Good question. Jacqueline.
Have you ever done a private tour with just like 3 people, something like that? Would you consider doing something like that?
I did this, but then it's very expensive. I realized because you have also to pay for my tickets, for my hotel and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about really 3 or 4 people. So I did this 2 years ago. And on the end, the whole tour, so I did this for a week and I want to earn some money. And on the end, I lost on the whole tour 2,000 euros. So I didn't earn 0. I was on minus 2,000. And that was so brutal. So it was also miscalculation in my case, and there were some So it was not the fault of the group. No. There were some, I made some scratches on the bus, so I had to pay for that. And it was crazy. It was, yeah, I paid a lot of money for learning. Ernestine, please.
I'm sorry, brother. I meant to lower my hand. You answer
Okay. Okay, no problem. Nancy.
Yes, the price that you put for each tour, that's per person, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm thinking about, but this depends. So if you are family and you have kids and you would love to join, but you say, I'm not able to pay for me, for my husband, wife, and my 2 or 3 kids, what I completely understand, write me that. Because on my normal tours, so when somebody comes to Berlin, right, or somebody does his own trip and calls me and say, hey, Tomek, I want that you give me a 1-day tour through Berlin. That's it. Or 1-day tour to the concentration camp Sachsenhausen. Just 1 day, how much it costs. Then I have on my website the prices. It depends how big the group is. The bigger, the cheaper. But the prices are only for adults. So I say you don't have to pay for the kids. If you have kids, 15, 16, if your kid is working, making their own money, then he has to pay. But if you have school kids, college kids, whatever, you don't pay for the kids. So I was thinking, am I able to do this for that tour? And it depends how old are the kids. I don't know how it's in the States, but in Germany, there are possibilities to get cheaper train tickets for kids, to get cheaper prices for the hotel for kids, right? So it could be that if you say, okay, we are a family, 2 adults and 2 kids 10 years old, that for the kids would be not that price, but much, much cheaper. But please write me and then I will recheck. Question in the chat. If on the train, we carry our luggage with us everywhere, is that correct? Yes. That's why it's the cheapest one. Of course, when we stay 2 or 3 days in Berlin, we leave it in the hotel. But when we travel then from one to the Ravensbrück, we have to take this. When we go on the Death March, you have to take this. When we go to Hamburg, so yes, definitely. So the budget tour is more for people who have the power, the energy, who are able to walk. Yeah. And plus the cost of flying to New York from wherever we live. Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. Definitely. Let me ask you, please be honest, because I want to know what you say about the price that I tell you right now. Is this possible? Is this way too far? Is this way too less? Is this an average? But I can tell you how I made this prices. So I checked all the hotels, I checked all the prices. Then I added that for one person, right? So that I don't have minus. And then also how much I think, okay, I should earn for that 10 days for living. So, and this is how it came up. And then I added a percentage to it that I say, okay, I can go lower if there are more people. This is how I made these prices. So there is already a planned percentage for things that could happen, that whatever, right? And then I can go down later. So you can write it in the chat. You can also say it. Please be honest. Because if you say it's much too far, I have to find a solution somehow. I don't know. Find cheaper hotels or whatever. Well, tell me that. How important are hotels for you? I can say what I think. I always think I just sleep there and then I want to go out, so I don't spend too much time. But then I talked in September to a lot of friends, and no, I want a really nice one. I want this fancy breakfast, whatever. So I was trying to find. Of course, I will show you which hotels we will be. But if you say, "Hey, Tomek, I just need the bed without the bed bug," right, Frank?
I guess I'm not used to Zoom anymore. Hang on.
No problem.
I think the real forte about your trip is how you love the history, how you've been doing this. So I think what's really important is not so much getting to know Germany as far as getting to know the brothers, what they went through and leaving an impact that'll change our lives. And we will then, with eagerness, mention it to all the young ones in our kingdom halls. So that is good. So I think keep it as low as you can. I don't think a tour like this, the emphasis is on hotels. Obviously, with a luxury tour that you have, those would be friends that are in a better financial position. I'd
Mhm.
encourage you to get a better hotel for them, because they'll want to enjoy that. But and the other thing to realize is how many days you're taking us on this tour. So
Mhm.
It's
and
it, it's 10
I
days. Yeah, it's 10
yeah,
basically.
yeah, that's a lot. And there are some businesses that cater to Jehovah's Witnesses, and the price is high because everything is
Yes.
paid. So, I'd say that. But continue keeping the budget one cheap for me.
But
I've said all of
I would
that.
definitely on that budget tour, I would try as cheap as possible. That's why it's called the budget tour, right? I think everybody who reads budget thinks, okay, my idea. So if you will write me, okay, Tomek, we're interested in budget tour, I will explain a little more of that. My idea of the budget tour was also more like in back old times, spending the time with the friends. So
Mhm.
cheap hotel, nothing's fancy, but a room where we stay together. Okay, there is no dinner, there is no breakfast, no problem. We go to the next supermarket, we buy
Mhm.
our stuff, and we eat together. We make the breakfast together, something like that, and make it as cheap as possible. That is my idea of the budget tour. And if I would find enough friends who say, yeah, this is what we want, then the prices will be cheaper for the budget tour.
Mhm.
Right now, I checked only hotels with breakfast because I wasn't sure. Because please understand, I know how Germans and Polish think, right? I don't know how Americans think. So please be honest, write me and say, Tomek, or if you say the luxury tour and say, yeah, I want the best fancy hotel, okay, no problem. But if you say I want the budget tour and yeah, let's buy a loaf of bread, let's cut it, put some cheese and ham on it and have fun. Okay, let's do it. I love that. And all the ham that we have enough, we will give my dog, so my wife will also join. Why not? Why not? So that's possible, really, really. What Frank said is, I love doing
Right
this.
on. Mhm.
I really love doing this. I love history, and I want to do this for a living. That's my goal. And my wife and I. So if you think, okay, how much I earn, my wife and I, we 10 years ago we put our life on the minimum as possible. We sold our car. We do everything by bike. We do everything by train. We have a one bed apartment. So we try to minimize our life. So I don't really need a lot of money. The most expensive in my life is my wife and my dog. But so if I will have three of these tours and 2 or 3 of the tours in the year, would be fantastic. Would be really, really cool. But that's the idea. Carrie King?
I'm like him. I'm using a new computer. My Zoom has updated, so I apologize.
No problem.
So what I wanted to say, I think the prices are comparable to what
Mhm.
we're getting. We're getting so much. And as Jehovah's people today living in America, Our life is very easy in comparison. And knowing what we have coming up and knowing what our brothers are going through in other parts of the world, it helps us to have an idea of what we may experience, we may not. But it helps us to build our faith and be able to rely on Jehovah like our brothers did. And the timing is perfect for today. Because really, we have it very easy here. Things have not taken place in the US that really is direct persecution to Jehovah's Witnesses. We might find people in the door who don't like us, but we don't have to worry about attacks and being in jail and, and that may come. And so just like we look on JW.org for some of the things our brothers are going through currently and what they've been through in the past, I think all of us want to, first of all, pray for them, admire their faith and strength, and try to emulate it if the time comes for us. So I think what you're doing is wonderful. I have a deep, passionate interest in history as you do also, but most importantly for the history of my brothers. So I think everything is reasonable. We're accustomed in America to really paying more for what we think. I'm actually going on a tour to Bethel, way more than what your tour is, and it's less time.
Well, if you, I will mute you on this team for a second because there's the backgrounds. There's some backgrounds on this team. So I have no problem to rise up the price now.
Don't do that though, no, because you'll lose us.
Just joking. Yeah, that's the advantage, if I can say this. That's the advantage of my tours. I'm here, I live here, I know that, and I do everything myself, right? So I organize everything. I don't have to pay okay, if we have the 40 people bus, I have to buy a bus driver because I'm not allowed and I can't drive a 40 people bus, but I can drive the 9 people, the 7 people bus. So that's the advantage. I know the prices. That's why. So today I got a call. Somebody asked me, "Oh, could you organize for us a tour in Thailand?" Right? And I said, "Nope. I have never been in Thailand. I have no idea how it works. I would have to search friends' help. I don't do this. I focus on 3 countries: Germany, Poland, Czech." But before I want to explain this, Jacqueline, you raised your hand.
Would the gratuity be included, or how would that be?
The what?
The tip, the gratuity?
That for the house.
For you.
Yes. It's
It's in the price?
In a
Yes.
hotel.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you factored
But
that
the
in.
price is everything except the flights. So the price, when I will give you a fixed final price, it's for everything. You don't, okay, if you buy some gifts, or if you say, I want to go now in a 5-star hotel or whatever, the museum tickets are also included. If we will go to Philharmony to listen to a classic concert, it's also included. So that's everything. Oh, I forget one thing. Yes. If you're a huge fan of classic music, then come in August. Because in August is no season, and that's why we have the cheapest and best classic concerts in Berlin. So if you say, oh man, my wife and I, we always only go in August in classic concerts, and then 4 times. Because there's a beautiful concert house where the tickets cost 100, 150 euros. In August, 15 euros, 18 euros. So that's pretty. James, you're saying goodbye, or you raised your hand? Yeah. I think you said goodbye. Yeah, he said goodbye. So if you're a huge fan of classic, think about August, okay? But there will be a fixed price, a full price of everything. For us, just a clean room to sleep is good. Yeah. What about meals? So in the luxury tour, and in the 40 people tour, meals are included, not the budget tour. That's a lie. It depends where. For the budget tour. So in some days, some spots, also in the budget tour, the meal is also included, like in Berlin, for example. Yeah. But if you want to go to a dinner later, an extra one or another place, then it's on you, right? But I will write down everything. Okay, this day we will eat there. This day we will eat there. This day we don't eat. You have to buy yourself or whatever, right? But mostly for 90%, the meals are included. Yeah. Frank, you going to the meeting?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the meeting, so saying goodbye. But
Where are you, Frank?
I'm in the Spanish congregation in Rhode Island, close to Boston. But let me just mention this. You were reminding me a few years ago we had Brother Morris on the broadcast, basically saying there's some families that spend so much money to go to Disney World to see Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Why don't you come to Bethel and really, help your kids out? It is ridiculous. I've heard of like $4,000 for a family of four to spend just a couple of days at Disney, and our congregations have those. What a lasting impression. I think I connected to one of your Zoom meetings, and you said that that's what opened your eyes when you saw a survivor that was interviewed. So what a great impact, I say goodbye to everybody.
Thanks, Frank. We say
Bye,
bye. Enjoy the meeting. Bye.
I have to get ready to go to, this is Sister Ernestine, but I did WhatsApp you.
Yeah, do it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. Love you all.
Thank you. I also
Bye-bye.
think that all questions are answered, right? Is there any question? Let's do this. We have no other information. Think about it. Write me a message on Sunday, 7 p.m. New York time. If you have more questions, come on Sunday again, right? Let's listen what the others say. Write me on my WhatsApp. I hope everybody got my WhatsApp. Write me on my WhatsApp. And I would really love to do this because, as Frank said, so in my case, that's why I do the day tours for free. I want kids joining my tour because it really changed my life. The history of Jehovah's Witnesses in the Nazi time made me, as a 14 years old kid, say, I want to be a part of these people.
Nice. Very nice.
And that was and I say, hey, I think this is what I want to give the kids. That's why, for example, I told you I make movies, right? Can I show you something? I made I have on my YouTube channel. You can go on my YouTube channel. I muted you, Ernestine, okay? Because there are some backgrounds. I hope that's okay. Oh no, so wrong button. So on my YouTube channel, it's and there are also some what I'm doing now wrong. Come on, Katarzyniec. At history, here we go. YouTube, and you have to see video. Yeah, that's my YouTube channel. And I have on my YouTube channel what I wanted to show you right now. Yes, a video. And I have a movie. So I was also thinking, how can I encourage the young ones to get more interested in history? So I collect the young ones from all the congregations in Germany, and we make movies, real movies. Here is a movie that I made. It's a 13 minutes movie. A 13 minutes movie about a real story of a Jehovah's Witness who jumped over the wall the day when it was made. So, it's called 13th. I just switch off the sound. 13th of August, 1961. That's the day when the wall was built. And that's German. That's English. Yeah.
südöstlich der Grenze zu den Westsektoren von Groß-Berlin eingeführt.
Die machen alles zu. Mutter, wir müssen hier weg.
Was?
Hast du die Nachrichten nicht gehört? Wir müssen hier weg.
Was meinst du damit? Müssen wir hier weg? Was ist passiert?
Die reißen die Straßen auf.
So, and right now I'm doing a movie about the goldfish pond and to encourage the young ones. But yeah, that's a different topic. Is it possible to visit Bethel in Germany? Is that what we can do on our own? How far it's from Berlin? Very good question. Thanks. We will join Sunday. Okay. So yes, it's possible. Why I did not include this on my tour? Because it's far away. So, oh wait, can I show you this on another one? I think that's better. German map, yes, here we go. I'll show you this on my tablet. So this is Germany. Oh wait, yeah, this is Germany. This is where we will be, right? Here is Berlin, and the branch is here. So these are 700 kilometers, and with the train, because here you have a very fast train from Berlin to Frankfurt, very fast, just 4 to 5 hours. But from Frankfurt to get to the small spot where the branch is, you need slow trains and a long of time, blah, blah, blah. So you basically need a car. You need a car. So what you can do is you can take a train and then rent a car in Frankfurt. You can fly, which is stupid, or you can rent a car from Berlin and get with the car to the branch. And this will take you, so car, 7 hours, and the full way with the train will be around, want to lie, 9 hours, something like that. So to visit the branch in Germany, you basically need a car. I think it's like Warwick now, right? Brooklyn was not a problem, but Warwick, it's basically need a car. It's on complete other side. I was think if you are interested in including the branch, right? For example, just an idea. It's just an idea. If we say we skip the mountains and from Hamburg we take a train or car and get to Frankfurt to visit the branch, let's discuss it. Let's talk about that. And then you can fly from Frankfurt back home, or you can go with me to Berlin and fly from Berlin. Maybe it's cheaper if you take a flight to Berlin first and then back from Frankfurt. Frankfurt is the biggest airport in Germany. Discuss it. Let's talk about that. If you say yes, when we already travel so far, pay so much money, we don't want to leave Germany without visiting the branch, write me, and we can think about that, include that. That's possible. And the other thing that I wanted to say also, I forgot, is, so I'm a specialist in Germany, Poland, and Czech Republic. So everything in Germany, everything in Poland, and that part of Czech Republic, I'm your tour guide. If you need help, anything, yes, fantastic. But if you say, hey, I want to have a Europe tour, I can help you with that. For example, I have friends, guides, in Jehovah's Witnesses guides in Paris, in Rome, in Barcelona, in Lisbon, in London. So if you're in Amsterdam, so if you say, hey, we want to do a long trip, a whole Europe, I can organize it for you, but I will not go with you to London. I will not go with you to Paris. I don't speak French. I learned French, but I don't speak French. I don't speak Italian. But then I will say, okay, That's my guy. He will do the tour with you in Rome. She will do the tour in Paris, and so on. Please take a look on that website. I created with a friend, with David. Maybe some of you know David from Israel. We created a website called JW Guides. JW Guides, and here we try to collect all local, so not big companies. We focus only on locals and not people who are doing Zoom tours. So not people who are doing only Zoom tours. So we say you can only be on the website if you live at that place. So I live in Berlin and I'm on the website because I'm giving tours in Berlin. If you want to be listed here in France, in Paris, you have to live in Paris. So here we go, right? So we have friends in Croatia. Macy is from France in Paris. That's me in Berlin. Tony from Rome, in Naples, also Italy. Jerome and Judith from Netherlands. We have two friends in Egypt. This is David, which I started this, in Israel, and Ariel. South Africa, we got Kelly. We have here Virgin Islands. We have one in Mongolia. Oh man, I would love to go Mongolia. This would be, that's one of my goals. I want to go to Mongolia one day. So you see, you can also go on that website. You can contact them. If you say, okay, you can do this by yourself, click on Macy. Here we go. There are information about Macy. So we don't make money with this. We just want to connect all of them. Click on Macy, and here you have the email, website, phone. Call Macy and say, hey, I'm going visiting Tomek, going the tour, but we want to be 2 days in Paris. Can you give us a tour? Okay, emergency only for phone. So yeah, so email, do it, right? jwguides.com. She's great. She's great. So what we try is also that we get that we know everybody. I don't know if I don't know somebody, then David knows them. So yeah. Okay, that's enough for today. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. Write me how important. Yeah, Bethel is important to us. Okay, let's think about that. Write me. So what you write me? Write me what kind of tour, how many people you are, what date. You don't have to fix it. If you say June, just June, or if you already have the plan. And then I have on Sunday the next meeting. So if you want to join Sunday. And then I will very, very fast collect everything, all the informations, and at least 1st of December, get you the information. Are we doing this or are we not doing this? Maybe it's just, one person says, yeah, and they say, okay, no tours. And also, again, if you say, hey, Tomek, I would love to join the budget tour, but my maximum is this of money I have. Write it, please write it. Then I will say the others, they have to pay more. No, I'm joking. But no, please write it. Hey, I would love, but that's my maximum. Is it possible? And then I will see, I will try. That's my goal, that you can join. Thank you very much for being here. See you maybe on Sunday. And yeah, stay in contact. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night. And stop here.
Good night.